I'm Video Jen and I'm hanging with Hangsterfers here in Chicago at OMTEC, where you can actually see how metalworking fluids shape orthopedic innovation.
That and more on this edition of the Monthly Lube.
It's time to gear up for the Monthly Lube. Each month, Hangsterfers brings you business buzz, product highlights, behind-the-scenes adventures, and the people driving innovation in the world of metal manufacturing and machining. Hangsterfer's Metalworking Lubricants.
We're spotlighting innovation, education, and collaboration. From research and development with OMIC in Oregon to industry highlights with OMTEC in Chicago, our metalworking fluids take us all over the place. But first, we'll start with Matt Curry, who leads our West Coast sales team through MC Sales and also serves as Vice President of the Fullerton Tool Company in Michigan.
I became a manufacturer's representative for Hangsterfer's Fluids in January 2025. So we just recently got back from Saginaw, Michigan, the Fullerton National Headquarters. We invited Edward Jones, the owner of Hangsterfer's Fluids. Welcome to Fullerton Tool. So when Ed and I were setting up this meeting, what we're trying to do is do a synergy thing. We kind of closed the whole circle before we came here to do a presentation. We did a full tour of the facility and he's recommended some new cutting fluids for our grinding facility. We're updating our oils to the latest technology and we're very excited about this new collaboration between Fullerton Tool and Hangsterfer's cutting fluid.
As an application specialist, we know that it is very important to have the right lubricant. Not only do they help you hold the temperature, they also help carry the material away. If the oil isn't quite right, it won't carry the material away. You have to have the right temperature lubricant. You have to have a lubricant that has the right viscosity, that holds the temperature that you want it to hold. There's so many factors to having good coolant.
All of us traveled together from Detroit Airport to Portland, and we spent the last 2 days at the Northwest Tool Show.
And after the Northwest Tool Expo, Hangsterfer's headed over to the Oregon Manufacturing Innovation Center, also known as OMIC.
OMIC is a research center and also a training center. Here at OMIC, there's always new things happening. We're at the leading edge of technology, both in the subtractive, which is the traditional metal removal processes, and also in additive, which is 3D printing, building up metals like a printer would do.
We're very happy to have Ed here from Hangsterfer's to come for a tour. Hangsterfer's is a very valued initial founding member of OMIC R&D, and this is a very unique facility because we can do all types of machining and we can support all types of metal additive. We also provide a place to interest young people in manufacturing.
Hello, my name is John Timmerman. I'm at the Oregon Manufacturing Innovative Center, Portland Community College, and I am an instructor for the manufacturing machine technology. So these are some of the projects done by students in the course. So these are some of the profiles and features we learn here at this school. How to cut tapers, how to cut shoulders and radii. This is a ball with a socket on the top used for a screw jack project. This is the final project for the CNC lathe. So for any of you kids out there that like video games, running a CNC machine is like playing a grinding video game. You have like Terraria, like a RPG style where you have to navigate menus and find percentages and find out how much armor that adds to and how much buffs and debuffs. And so I would say if you're young and you have a machine shop at your school, if you have the availability anywhere, I would seek it out because it kind of took me by surprise how much overlay there is there.
What differentiates our work here in this kind of technology is we're doing this at a large scale that's kind of industrially applied. So a lot of our partners, like the Boeings of the world, the Daimler trucks of the world, they're looking to use this technology to create parts quickly for rapid design for structures. And therefore, we're trying to bring our subtractive and our additive centers together in order to make some of these parts come to life, and this being a relatively small one.
I'm Taylor Shamming. I am at OMIC R&D, and here I am an Associate Manufacturing Solutions Researcher for subtractive machining. This is a WFL M50. It is a mill turn machine. WFL is one of our members, and we do Large parts, primarily things for aerospace and the heavy trucking industry on a machine like this. It is a mill turn head. Places like Boeing would have a machine like this. This is a demonstration piece for the WFL M50. It gives you a good idea of the kind of applications that could be ran on the machine itself. So you have like different types of gears, you have different types of 5-axis movements that are going on, and then you have plenty of like tubing, counterbores, holes drilled into a main body, and the whole main body could be machined all the way to the very end of the part. So this part over here is actually a titanium football. We made this in collaboration with Kennametal. They wanted to hold a Super Bowl event here. And so we made it a competition between different end users on who could program the machining of this football the fastest. We machined it in 2 halves. So that way we could demonstrate the pocketing that you would normally see in aerospace.
Hi everybody, welcome to our OMIC Material Characterization Lab. We have the world's most advanced material characterization system. With the help of this advanced system, we can repeatable, fast, and quickly give the feedback to our researchers. So in the short time, we can increase our iteration and increase our research success.
And we have 3 smart flowers that are on site here to help power our Additive Innovation Center. What's great about these solar flowers is that they will track the sun throughout the day. And at the end of the day, when there's no more sun in the sky, they'll actually fold up and return to a neutral state.
This is a state-of-the-art facility. We built this facility specifically to house all 7 ASTM recognized types of additive manufacturing. And with that required special gas systems and lots of power to handle different kinds of machines. So here we have some examples of parts that are made off of this machine. I think the most impressive that we have here are these injection mold inserts that were manufactured. And so these were printed over the course of 3 days and then machined over the course of 1 day. Here we have an example of a part that we're working on right now, where we are 3D printing Inconel 718 to display for our membership how well this 3D printed material can be machined. So we don't believe that additive manufacturing can or should replace machining. I think they'll become very complementary of one another. So this machine is described as hybrid manufacturing, printing and machining process. And so we still require everything you would for normal machining. We need our whey lubricants, spindle lubricants. We also need our cutting fluids. With that, we use Hangsterfers in this machine, 5090. It works really well. It does also handle we cut our parts while they're still hot from the 3D printing process, and we have had no challenges cutting our components.
Having Hangsterfer's lubricants and oils here on site allows us to perform at our best and at a lab quality level.
Now for some of those highlights from the Orthopaedic Manufacturing and Technology Expo.
Held in Chicago at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, this 3-day expo focuses on orthopedic device manufacturing, bringing professionals to explore new technologies, meet suppliers and OEMs while enjoying engaging networking opportunities. From titanium implants to stainless steel medical components, every part begins with precise CNC machining, where quality lubrication is essential. And that's why we're here.
I love coming to these shows because then I see manufacturers who use Hangsterfers, like for example, Zap. Christian, hey!
Hey, how's it going? We are the raw material supplier to the contract manufacturers or the big OEMs. So we're doing all the stainless steel, titanium steel, copper, chrome steel for instruments, but also for implantable devices. I would like to thank you for the partnership we have. It's a great service. It's very always easy to get. Thank you for that.
Now you guys are such an upstanding company. You could use any metalworking lubricant. Why Hangsterfers?
Yeah, but you also have your USPs, and that's why we're using it. And that's what I said for the machinability and for running it also night shift and don't think about it, need to think about it. We are using it.
So you just put it in and you're going to trust it's going to work, huh?
That's what my people in production say.
That's what his people in production say, and that is important.
I'm Sean Bradley from Sign Fracture Care. I'm the production manager. I've been there since 1999. We make orthopedic implants for developing countries. We've served almost 500,000 patients around the world. This is an elbow, a humerus, and these are elbow plates. We use this template and it can be used in many different configurations. So this shows you how our implant sits inside of the femur, and it has 2 interlocking screws at each end, and it's used to repair femoral fractures, is what this tool here is used to insert that into the bone. So we started in '99 using Hangsterfers, because number one, the customer service has been excellent. When it comes time for testing oils, they supply a free analysis whenever we want. They have a variety of different types for our different applications, and they've been very helpful.
Yeah, so we've been using Hangsterfers for over 25 years. As I've had up to 100 CNC Swiss machines. It's very important not only for our products, but it also helps keep my machines, the guide bushings, and various mechanical components well lubricated. Let me show you some of the products that we make. Some of the products here are very tiny suture buttons that are utilized to stabilize surgical plates in people's bodies as they reconstruct from a fracture. And then we do a lot of advanced spinal components and assemblies. But as you can see, this long screw has a very small hole through it all the way, and that's where we use our specialized gun drilling technology with high pressure coolant and Hangsterfer's oil to flush out the chips and make something that long and deep cut effectively. So we do a lot of bone screws, plates for trauma where we're machining at very high RPMs to get smooth surface finishes on the machines. And we use Hangsterfers in our mills as well as all of our Swiss machines.
My name is John Killeen. I work for the Alden Tool Company, and we manufacture rotary cutting tools for the orthopedic industry.
Would you say that metalworking lubricant is important in the process, and if so, why?
Oh, it's critical. Hangsterfers has been a great product. It saves a lot of cost on tooling, increases speeds and feeds. Time is money in this industry, and when we can cut faster and get better finishes, it just saves a lot of secondary operations.
Now, you've been using Hangsterfers for over a decade.
Yep. It's the people at Hangsterfers. If you've got a question, they're answering it immediately.
Well, metal to the bone really comes down to we're producing metal and they're going into the body. We're improving patient outcomes, we're driving better quality of life, and hey, let's have fun while we're doing the hard work.
And not only that, but you guys are actually giving a guitar away here at OMTEC in the raffle, right?
Yes, we are. Eddie Van Halen guitar. Just a thanks to the OEMs that have come out and talked with us today.
And in this wonderful process, are metalworking lubricants important, and if so, why?
Absolutely. Lubricants touch the process both in our applications, the contract manufacturing applications, and as they produce, right, you can have wear where we have metal and metal contact, and it's important that we have a chemical differentiator between the workpiece and the tool.
Here at Hangsterfers, leading the way in environmental responsibility is nothing new.
Hangsterfers has been awarded ISO 14001 certification, the globally recognized standard for environmental management systems. This achievement highlights the company's commitment to reducing environmental impact, improving operational efficiency, and supporting sustainable practices. By meeting the rigorous requirements of ISO 14001, Hangsterfers ensures its products are developed and manufactured with a strong focus on environmental responsibility, product quality, and continuous improvement, delivering added value to customers and contributing to a healthier planet.
Thanks for watching this edition of the Monthly Lube. I'm Video Jen with Hangsterfers Metalworking Lubricants, made for machines that shape the world. We'll see you next time right here at the Monthly Lube.